And I'm back!
What? What do you mean?
I'm back from holiday.
Yes, I'm back from my little break from YouTube. And what could possibly bring Mr. G back to climb upon his soapbox once again? Well, it has to be the most stupidest person on the platform.
And now we get up to Scots, and it's an entire chunk of northern England.
Yep, that dumb American. What's up everyone, I'm Mr. G and welcome to my corner of YouTube. Today I'm talking about a YouTuber called Favour Abara who caught my attention purely by accident. Now if you don't know who Favour Abara is, she's a reaction channel with approximately 91,000 subs and can be found on multiple platforms such as Instagram and TikTok. This is an example of what kind of things she always reacts to, such as Eurovision songs and reacting to British people. So, let's take a look at some of her pearls of wisdom from this channel.
Name of the song? Bosnia and... Wait, why y'all had to shove them together? Are they just one country or what's going on? Like on some Palestine-Israel type stuff? Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm assuming it's in Europe, I don't know. If you know about this situation, tell me in the comments.
A simple Google search would have told her that's the name of the country. If you're going to do a video, a simple bit of fact checking first always makes you look less dumb in front of the whole of the internet. I love the way she says, I assume it's in Europe. Well, it is the Eurovision, so chances are it's in Europe are looking pretty high. There's only a couple of countries that aren't in Europe that have participated, such as Australia.
They come dressed to impress. Iceland? Wait a minute, Iceland's not in Europe, it's an island.
Short answer, yes it is. Iceland is part of Europe in some ways and separate from Europe in others. Just because it's not part of mainland Europe doesn't mean it's not part of the whole.
Y'all just let anybody in. America coming soon. Just kidding, we do not need any part of this. We do not. America, stay over here.
Trust me, we wouldn't want your grubby little fingers anywhere near it. Imagine if they had taken part and they had won. We would never hear the last of it.
Hey! Montenegro. Montenegro? Who decided to name a country Montenegro? When were they founded? Was it a joke on black people?
I'm sorry they didn't ask you what their country should be called. Must have been a little oversight on their part. And when was it founded? Well, it's older than your country. So basically, it's several centuries. So let's leave the Eurovision video and head off into another subject she knows nothing about. My country, the UK. She did a video called An American Reacts to British Stereotypes. Are they real?
Well, today we're going to be checking out some British stereotypes. A few that I can already think off of my head are y'all drink tea, which is not a stereotype, it's true. Y'all have 1,000 different brands that you would try to tell me to go buy. Earl Grey, all those other ones. Good morning, or whatever you call it. Tea, you don't brush your teeth often. Hygiene is not a priority.
Right, we don't have poor dental hygiene. That's a myth put out by Hollywood. In fact, British teeth are no worse than Americans. Also, we are not unhygienic. We do bathe and shower every day. That's another false stereotype put out by stupid Americans.
You have bad weather, and you're not the most friendly, at least compared to an American stance. But
okay, I will give you that about the weather, but we are a friendly nation. We just don't believe in the false friendly like Americans do when they say things like, have a nice day now, when they don't even mean it.
With the tea. Do Brits drink the stuff like water, imbibing their Tetleys and Yorkshire tea throughout each and every day? Well, according to the UK Tea and Infusions Association, yes, that really exists, 165 million cups of tea are served daily in the UK, which is 60.2 billion cups per year.
But y'all don't, like, to us it's like, oh, a cup of tea. It's just a cuppa to y'all, like, it's just normal. It's not that big of a deal. Just like I like my soda and my juices, y'all like your tea. Tea is just too bitter for me. I like sweet stuff. So it's not my thing, but if you grew up in the UK, I'm sure you've your taste buds are adapted to the bitterness of tea. Who cares? Drink your tea all you want.
I'm sorry, just because a lot of people drink tea in the UK, it does not mean we all do. I know some people who don't drink tea, just as I know some Americans don't drink coffee. Also, tea isn't bitter, and you can add sugar to sweeten the taste. In fact, coffee is a more bitter drink than tea is. If your tea is bitter, it means that you haven't been storing it correctly, because tea is not bitter by nature.
So now let's get down to perhaps a more unappealing stereotype. After all, we've picked on Americans enough. We noticed that when we last mentioned the Brits had bad teeth, a lot of people expressed in the comments that this was not true at all. Was The Simpsons wrong to laugh at British teeth when they created the Big Book of British Smiles as a...
Okay, it's not that... This... I don't know if this is a stereotype. This is just what I've seen from the media and what I know. Or assume, anyway. It's not that you have, like, your teeth are falling out, like, it's that bad. It's just, you might not necessarily brush them every day, or they're yellow, they're kind of stained. But again, it's not a bad thing. Hell, my teeth aren't even that clean. Well, they're not that bad, actually. But just dental hygiene is not a big priority for y'all.
Excuse me, but I think you'll find that British people do brush their teeth every day. This is clearly a person that's never left their country if they believe that stupid stereotype about the British people. Saying that personal hygiene and dental hygiene is not a priority to us is just downright rude and unfounded.
When they are not drinking tea or brushing their teeth, those Brits are obviously talking about the weather, especially
because
those
it's always raining, man.
No, it isn't. Take this year for instance. The first quarter of this year was cold and dry. Even though this May has been exceptionally wet, it does not mean that every single day is a wet weather day.
Imagine traveling through Yorkshire and someone tells you, "Put wood in tow, was that barn in a barn?" That means, please close the door. You go up to Scotland and...
Even I haven't heard of that phrase. I've heard of someone saying, "Was you born in a barn?" But I've never heard of that one.
Why does the UK have so many regional accents compared to the rest of the world? It's complicated, but has a lot to do with
imperialism.
That outburst right there just proves their ignorance. Our regional accents have got nothing to do with imperialism. It's down to the fact that at one point our country was divided into various different tribes who had migrated from various different countries. For example, the southeastern tribe come from Belgium. Speaking of accents, I want to show you the lack of knowledge of the UK accents that she clearly has.
I didn't like that. Scotch? Freaking, why is the Scots accent so big? Like down here we had Brummie in the middle of like the west coast or something, and all these little areas, and every accent was so different. And now we get up to Scots and it's an entire chunk of northern England.
The fact she calls Scotland Northern England is just totally 100% ignorance. If she went up to a Scottish person and said that they were from Northern England, her life expectancy would drop suddenly.
Or were they just like lazy and decided to just junk them all? What's the word I'm looking for? Stick all those areas together, or is this entire area really just Scottish accents? Also, what island is that?
Scotland, like England, has regional accents, so to say this like she did just proves her lack of education. Also, her hovering over Northern Ireland and saying, "What kind of island is this?" just makes me want to face palm.
A fact that I've learned from this video is Southern England accents are way harder to understand than Northern England accents. Also, where's London? They never mentioned... Did they mention the Cockney accent in the last video?
I just love how she thinks that the London accent is the Cockney accent, when in fact it is only a tiny part of that city. Does she get her knowledge from her American movies that paint a different picture to the actual truth? Does she think that London is full of wall-to-wall Cockney geezers who say, "Get out of my pub"?
Get out of my pub.
So that's a small taste of the wisdom of Favour Abara. I am completely shocked how dense that girl really is. If that's the level of intellect in the USA right now, then their educational system needs an overhaul. So what do you think to this YouTuber? Is she really that dumb? Or is it just an act to try to gain popularity and traction? I would love to hear from you in the comment section. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. leave a comment in the comment section, and if you're new to my channel, then don't forget to hit that sub button. Take care, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.